Michael here. You're still over to do that.
We'll see how many things we can break here.
See if there's touch any other buttons. See if you know.
Let's end the music there.
Okay, hit a button. Okay, there you go. Sitting on a couple.
You know Ronnie would have that one.
Yeah.
What do you?
We got to go back to the club.
So, sad day that Michael's laying on the beach with his father-in-law and his wife and kids. And, I saw a picture today. They're doing what I used to do on July 4th, but we're relegated to this, which is good. So tell us your little phone story yesterday, Brian. I think it's pretty funny. You have a tractor or something?
Yeah, no. Look, I mean, farm for my standards, not people out here, but yeah, have a little bit of land and moving some dirt around. Got a new little cup holder for the tractor. And looked down after about a half hour, and my phone was not in the cup holder anymore. And had to run home, grab Chrissy, do the I find my phone.
And it was there.
It was there. It was still showing. It was, I was on my hands and knees in the rain, calling my phone with my ear on the dirt, and it was ringing, and it was 6 inches under dirt. Dug it back up.
Sounds like a story on Animal
Still
Kingdom.
works.
You watch Animal Kingdom?
Yes.
It's my favorite one. And I'm thinking the boys, burying a body. You know what I mean? So you're sure there was more than just a phone there? Look for the police. Is there any police signs on that thing?
So now you know if you bury a body and they still have their phone on them.
Yeah.
People are still gonna find them.
I can't believe you found it. It worked too.
Oh yeah. No, a couple little scratches. It was
If
good
it's
to
an
go.
iPhone, you got to find them in a couple hours before the battery runs
Yeah.
out. But
Yeah. No, and with the rain going, it was under mud and everything else. So yeah, no.
What a terrible
Amazing.
feeling.
It was a 20-minute drive to go and grab Chrissy, 20 minutes back, and then whole time it's pouring in between, and yeah. No, I got real lucky.
Well, my story of the day was yesterday again, my Range Rover, which I love the service manager Range Rover, Tony, but he always says maybe you should switch out cars. But so I'm driving down to John, the thing all of a sudden says, it got a brand new engine, 30 grand. It's got another rehab engine, somehow it got 15 grand. I didn't pay for it. Then it's something else for 6 grand I didn't pay for. Something else. So I've already
What year is this thing?
Now the warranty, 2018, the warranty they paid 60 grand already. So I think warranty's kind of a scam too. They probably make a lot of money off warranty. So you wonder if it's 40 grand, But I'm driving down, all it says controlling lights, cars starting to slow down, and I brought it to Mavis, and you could see what do you call it, radiator fluid coming out. I'm like, holy shit, this damn Range Rover. I'm buying a brand new one, by the way. I don't care what people think. I like this thing, but I'm buying a brand new one. But that one thing about Range Rover service, I just say I think you have to really give the guy a bottle of bourbon, do whatever you got to do, because every time I call, no problem, Ron. I got a tow truck on its way. I got your car ready. But the problem is, he got me the Defender. Now, Jeff, you know about my legs, right?
Well, let's first introduce our guest.
Oh, Jeff Mack.
Sorry, new guy over here.
Yeah. Jeff's been my friend a long time. I just figured that as celebrity-like that he is, that people would just know it's Jeff.
I am a celebrity now officially, because this officially is my second appearance on Tabletop.
We had Scott Burrell came on a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're the only
Fernelli.
one. But we had to call Scott. So, but this Defender, you have to jump up and in. It's high, and it's a 2-door. So then I put my crutch in the back. It's good. It's good. GoPro.
So you know what not to buy.
I know I'm not going to buy that car, but I'm excited to get in and out of it.
Right.
But if you ever have a Defender, I think it's probably a rich kid's car. I mean, it's a 2-door. It's nice. I mean, you go out there, you go, wow, it's a nice car. But what are you driving right now, Jeff? You got the family van? You got a
we got a minivan. We actually got a new Lexus.
Do you have a minivan?
No, it's almost like a minivan.
No, I said I didn't have a kid. So did you ever have a minivan with the kid?
No, never did. I've always had a big sedan though, because being in sales and stuff, sometimes you got to drive people around. So I've had a sedan and then an SUV. So we just replaced the SUV.
Now, do you ever consider Ubering? Would you be a good Uber driver?
Oh, you mean driving?
Would you drive? Do you think you'd be a good Uber driver?
I don't know. Probably.
Would you be the guy that says? Would you be the guy that says, "Put your seatbelt on the back"? Hey, there's Mike Tuttle. Come on in, Mike. Say hi. Hi. Come on up. Sit down for a second. We're just talking. So, You're good. You're not in. I promise you.
Talk about
So, do you think that you would be like Brent? Do you think I think I would be a great Uber guy? The problem is, I think you're married and you're married. But if I was an Uber driver, I'd be going right to late night clubs. Right? I'd be
You'd
like,
have one of those
It'd be a,
cams.
it'd be a,
Yeah,
dating, a
cam down in
dating
the back
site.
seat.
I tried to do a
Ron.
dating site on. I mean, I would be like, hey, my name is Ronaldo. I am your Uber driver.
You're gonna be like the guys that used to drive the van around.
Now, what's your
Miami.
worst? I don't know how we got on the subject, but Uber. Have you ever had a bad or good Uber experience? Have you ever had a bad one where you're like, give us your worst Uber experience?
Ooh, yeah. Actually, I had an Uber experience. It was in Nashville, and the guy was just driving like crazy. I mean, I drive pretty aggressively, and I was scared. Like this guy was.
Did you say something?
It was nuts. I did, and I think the guy was. I don't want to call out any nationalities, but he wasn't from the U.S. and he was a little militant. Like he was not very. Like,
Have you had a bad one, Mike? Uber driver?
Trying to think. I'm sure I've had several bad ones.
Mike's got his driver everywhere he goes, though, so he doesn't.
Nah,
he doesn't do
nah,
it. You know, he's got.
He's been,
Some cities,
Mike's
not
tamed
all
down.
cities, not all cities.
You know, it's
It's
funny.
expensive.
I think that the funny story I have is probably Jay White, right? And you try to keep this score up a little bit.
How many times have you heard that? The
4-9.
funniest thing I ever had
You
is
try to
Jay
keep it
White.
up. And Jay, have you ever driven
Just to
Jay?
keep it clean.
Have you ever driven Jay in Uber?
Yes.
And he tries to tell the Uber guy where to drive.
Yes.
Like the whole time. And I'm like, Jay, chill out, dude. I mean, we're driving.
Right.
He knows where to go. And next thing you know, the guy binged me, almost kicked me out of the limo for the car, not the
Gave you a
limo.
3-star rating.
I gave you a 1 star. So if you want to lose your star rating, invite Jay White. And the nicest guy ever, though, but he just, there are certain people that love to drive in the back seat. Those people are annoying, by the way. They love to drive in the back seat. They always tell you where to go, how to do it. Like I haven't driven before, you know. I wouldn't, like they want me to drive. Like all my friends, like Denny and Charlie, they want me to drive. You drive. But then they complain about my driving. I don't really want to drive. I want to sit in the passenger seat. I don't need driver's training right now.
I've ridden with you before, and yeah.
But I've cut the phone down a lot. What do you think, Mike? Do people want you to drive? Do you always like to drive, or do you like other people to drive? Besides,
I'll be honest, I'm a control freak, so I really don't like to ride. I prefer to drive, but the benefit of having an Uber is you don't have to pay attention where you're going, as long as you get someone you trust, right? If you get some situation where you're like, I'm not sure I should even be in this car, then maybe you want to pay attention. Otherwise, I use it as time to, do other things besides paying attention to the road. But I like to drive.
What's the furthest you guys have ever driven, like on a highway? Like the furthest, not highway, but where? Like 14 hours, 13 hours, 12 hours?
40 hours.
40. You went to LA?
That tops me.
Salt Lake City.
How many times you stop?
Oh, a bunch.
Did you?
Probably average.
Why'd you do it? Like, what was your experience?
Why to stop? Or why to
No, why'd you go 40 hours in a car?
Why aren't you still driving?
I was like,
I had to go to the bathroom.
I was
Animal
like,
Kingdom story
I was like
again?
25 and broke. That's why.
Oh, I get it. Look, I drove. I'll tell you the funny story I had. It goes back to, that's the thing about our talk show. We just talk about it, but the bus. So I was in love with this girl in college. I went to Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. I was a member of the J Board. You all know that. Where I did all that stuff. I was going to be the president of the United States. We know that. If I'd have stayed there, my dad didn't get laid off.
Are you the reason Bob Knight threw the chair? Was that
I
you?
was there. I was there with Bob Knight. But
bad wrong.
I think the biggest thing, my mom said, if you want to come home, you're going to have to take a bus. We're not flying you home. Like, it was like a story you teach your son. You've done a great job with your son. Like, you want to also learn the other side, right?
Yeah.
And it took me like almost a fucking day. I stopped in every little city there was.
That's what
have
those
you ever,
buses do.
Have you ever taken a Greyhound bus anywhere?
No.
He's
Well,
like, thank God.
I really think what we should do.
Military transport,
Hey,
though,
Mike,
that's not
hey,
the most
pull your chair up, Bob.
comfortable.
Pull your chair up.
Oh, he got a call real quick.
But like, I think we all should do a bus trip like that to appreciate what we have. Like, let's just go to. I think we have a Greyhound trip to somewhere.
Oh, I just drove cross country like 4 times in the last 6 months.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
I'm
go.
not doing it again.
I'd be in if the whole bus was people I knew, and then we could have a party.
Like how?
But
Like,
otherwise,
could you imagine
no.
stopping like Peoria, Illinois, or wherever it is? Like, you know what I mean? Like Darlington, or I think it'd be fun. What do you got back there, Emily?
Hot Rock
Oh, bring it over. Oh
I
shit!
think
I
that
want
takes
to
away
taste
from what he's
this.
trying to do there.
It's a pop rock. I saw this at where did I see this at?
Some restaurant, but you sent it to me.
Look at
Show
that.
it to Jeff.
That color can't be natural.
It's
No,
pop rocks on the
very
out.
good.
Taste it. I want you to taste the pop rocks.
Let's just see. You know, I don't drink alcohol.
Oh, it was at the NASCAR at the back.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very good. That's for July 4th, Emily.
That's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's
You want one,
basically,
Mike? We can make you
blue
one.
lemon.
Here, right there. Try
I
that.
think what we should do on the bus too is have a drink every hour. Like, you know what I mean? Like every hour. And then whoever, I don't know if I
Can
I'd
we
have-
average it out? Because
What
I
kind of
know
bu-
that
what kind
like
of
the
bus
first
is
hour.
this?
And-
What kind of
Greyhound.
bus is
We're
this?
And
gonna
what's
stop.
and what's the drink every hour?
We're gonna go
With the
somewhere.
like small seats.
I
that
think we
sit
video
straight
it.
up?
We table talk it. We all get in the Greyhound bus.
Table
And-
talk road trip. I like.
Road, right? We all get in the table talk bus. Now, what I think would be more you can't do it, but Mike, I can't do it probably, but I could. But I could Tinder date through the country, and you guys
It would be your
pick,
chaperones.
and you pick the date that I have to go on. So we take the bus to.
We-
Yeah, it could be a
Yeah, we-
video.
He's making it interesting now.
Yeah, we go to Raleigh, North Carolina. We go through there. You go, okay, we're stopping. Get out. We crutch out.
We're going
Next.
to like Mississippi,
So
Alabama.
so do we drop them off like after 100 miles and just say thanks for stopping by and they have
No,
to
we're
figure out
just
their way
gonna- we're
home?
gonna
or-
Depends on if we like her or not.
True.
Like, you know
she
what-
might stay the whole trip.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I do.
Oh, yeah,
but
extra
if you
seats.
go over, when you're flying in certain people's planes, you have the app on, right? Just say, I'm not saying I'm on the app, but if I was, you can see people in those cities. So maybe even in those with the plane, we parachute down to them. I mean, I'm just thinking about a reality show. This would be a good reality show. We take a bus, and my friends like you two, and you guys. Now, I can't bitch at what you pick. Whatever you pick out, I have to date. I have to go on the date. So you say,
Might be in for
This is a year's worth of content. Like just in this one trip.
Yeah, but we could then if it maybe we got to bring Jay White.
Well,
I mean he has to be on.
yeah.
He's got to be on the bus. So who else would get invited on the bus? Who's your one per Bob would drink a lot. He'd be a gasser.
Dontino would be great.
He'd be a good
That's
picker.
gonna be- I'd like to bring
Tom
Tom
Zach,
Zach, but he
yeah.
didn't show up probably.
Well, he's not here today. He said he had to work. So you know what I tried to do today, Mike, on July 4th in Brent. I said, why don't I have just my friends on the show? So I called Jeff Tomzak. He's been wanting to get on the show the whole time. I said, Jeff, come on the show. This is your time. Bring my friends, right? You, Jeff, Todd Braun, you, whoever's in town. And he had to work today, again.
Did you piss him off? Did he really have to work?
I probably did. He said, don't talk sports and don't talk anything back in what we used to do. And I'm like, what did we used to do that was bad? We were single. So so back to my Uber, then we go to the bus. And now what about you guys? What have y'all been doing? What have you been doing, Jeff?
I have been actually on a little bit of a vacay. So just got back from the beach. Been creating a lot of, working on putting a couple deals together. My spare time. And that's about it. Enjoying being a dad. Getting fit. Got my body fat
You look
down
good,
below
man.
8%.
You look good. What's your body fat?
7.9.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The lowest I ever got, I know they don't believe me, was 14.9. I mean, 7.9 is really good. That's strong.
It might be a little too much, but
Are you not drinking?
I'm not.
Really?
Yeah. I did dry January and I felt so good. I was
Just
like,
kept
you know
going.
what? I
Yeah, who
just
made
kept
that
going.
shit up, by the way? Dry January. Did Bob leave, Ray?
No, he's still on the phone.
Okay. What do you got, Emily? You got something for Michael now. That's good. What do you got?
I got my other one. This one's actually my favorite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's basically a Jolly Rancher cocktail, but
This is, let's just do this because this is
Well, go tell us about the
Red,
Jolly
white,
Rancher.
4th of July
Hey,
theme. See the
red,
red,
white,
white,
Hey,
and
hey,
blue?
Jeff, your
Yeah.
ADD kicked in.
Yeah.
Emily's speaking about her new Jolly Rancher
Emily, I'm
drink.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's beautiful, but I was doing the red, white, and blue thing. See?
Oh, I see. Oh,
Oh.
Boom.
there you go.
That's awesome.
there you go.
Is that a Jolly Rancher in there?
Yeah, that's a good picture. Though.
Kind of. It's not a Jolly Rancher. It's like one of those sour strips.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's sweet. So I got vanilla vodka and stuff.
My
You
dog-
got. I'll
my
give you
daughter
$100.
loves
You
those
chug
things.
it right now.
You have to be 21.
No, Jeff. Jeff, you chug that
As
thing.
she leaves quickly.
Hey, $100 cash. You chug it right now.
Can't do it.
What about the martini? $100.
You can't do it.
I can't do it. Come on.
I mean, I would.
He's
do
dedicated
it.
to this body fat.
I would do it, but I definitely can't on an empty stomach.
Plus 7 point. You want something to eat, by the way, that Ray will get you.
No, I'm
want
good,
something-
I'm good.
I know Bob's scared coming back in. We got your table for two set right over there, Mike. What about you, Mike? What have you been doing? Tell us what
Mike's
you've
been playing golf.
Me? Working, playing golf, getting fit. You know, much more intentional with my with what I eat, what I ingest. No, low alcohol. I haven't stopped drinking, but I've cut back considerably, and it's just a wonderful thing. It really is.
You've been traveling too.
Traveling.
Where did you go?
making-
Anywhere cool?
I've been to Barbados, been to Costa Rica, been to Hawaii, been to Vegas, heading to the South Pacific on Thursday to retrieve my son. So yeah,
Yeah, your son's in
been a
what?
great year.
Where's your son?
he is on a 110-foot sailboat in the middle of the South Pacific. He left Fiji and will arrive in the Palau Islands on July 14th.
It's good. It's good to be him.
Is this no phones
very
too?
good to be
No phones or
No phones, no phones, no.
They're not-
I mean, he's got his phone now because there's no cell service in the middle of the Pacific, but he can take pictures and record things. He's journaling on it. So he's got his advanced open water diving. So he's been down a little over 100 feet now. He'll have his yacht captain's license when he's finished with this
Very cool.
adventure. Yeah. So I'm going over for like 10 days. I'm doing some diving, some hiking, and then I'll meet up with him on the 14th, and we'll stay another 10 days. Do more diving, more hiking, more eating, more whatever, and then come back.
Did you? And Jeff, I'm not sure if you did. You ever send your kid to a boot camp? No, not a boot camp. What do you call those camps? Boot camp's not the word. That's bad.
Military school?
No, like a camp, like for
Yeah, I was
kids.
close. That's why this,
Camp
that's
for
why this
kids.
past year.
A
Yeah.
camp for kids.
Camp Thunderbirds is about the
Yeah,
closest
and I
thing.
guess they were telling me today. Renee was that when they can't text you, but they send an email to you in the morning or something. Is that true? Or is that
Yeah,
how?
yeah. You can email in the morning that show you the email to your kid, and then you wouldn't get anything back unless there was an emergency or something. So
What about you
no
when
news
he's on
is good
Pete? Do you get any communication at all? if you
No,
want?
but he's 19, so it's a
Right.
little different when your kids are younger. They need to hear from you. You need to have that kind of interaction. But at 19, he's been on a trip. He was gone 90 days with no technology.
Wow.
None. And
Starlink.
he loved it.
Do you think those camps and stuff you're doing helps him?
Oh, 100%. He's a changed young man.
Yeah.
He was a great kid. He was a great young man to begin with, but now his confidence level, his skill set, he's a marketable commodity right now. And he's going to school in Denver, Colorado, and he's got his wilderness
Denver.
first responder. He can hire himself
That's
out.
great. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm,
awesome.
I'm very excited about it.
So out of all the cities that he mentioned, Jeff, we know you're a world traveler. For your motivational speaking, which one of those was best for you, or what's your best city you ever been to?
Well, out of all of what he just named,
Or where have you
I
been?
would tell you one of my favorites is Costa Rica. Love Costa Rica.
Wow.
Are you in Guanacaste?
Single or married?
I've been all over. Yeah, I've been all over.
Hey, Jeff, single or married?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both have equally equal appeal in different directions.
Do you feel safe when you go
Just say
there?
that. Yeah, there's shady places wherever you go, so you stay out of the shady places. But yeah, for the most part,
Now, what about Mexico City? Why did everybody get so sick compared to like going to Cabo?
Mexico City's not that safe.
I've never been. I've
Yeah,
heard good and bad things about it. Their water supply is kind of iffy. That's the big
Correct.
thing.
Yeah.
Usually, it's the water supply thing
Yeah.
that makes people sick, and it's not. Maybe they're not drinking water, but maybe they have
Washed
ice.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe a
I
restaurant have ice. The ice is made out of the.
I heard margaritas were quite popular, and people just weren't thinking. And obviously, it's
Go to places like that, you
2/3
drink out-
water or whatever. It's the same as them just
drink a
drinking the
Coke
water
or
so-
something out of a can straight, so you know where. It's made
And NASCAR did it. I think NASCAR has to do it. Like, I think it's good for the brand to go, because F1 does it everywhere, right? So I just think they have to maybe.
Most of ours seem to like it down there.
Yeah. There's some people that didn't like it, but they're getting paid, man. If you give me $10 million a year, I'll go to Mexico
100%.
City. You get paid.
And you're going down there as a NASCAR driver. It's not like you're taking the
bus.
the base level experience. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I saw a couple of kids. I'm not going to mention names. They were at the Ritz-Carlton in Mexico City. I'm like,
That's what we can do.
oh, it's bad.
We can take the bus from here to Mexico
Yeah,
City.
we
get
take the
Tinder
bus
right
from
to
here to
Mexico.
Mexico City.
And if we
Yeah.
survive, we survive.
Yeah, and we get there, we'll have bottled water. But I never thought, ice is gone away at restaurants. That's why we don't do ice as much. And the ice machine, we have to clean a lot. But back in the day, you have to worry about iced tea, and you have to worry about ice in the restaurant business. Because if you ever, those little things that pour, they get really, really dirty. So if you don't soak them every night, and I'm sure there's some restaurants that don't do what we do. We clean the ice machine every week. We have a program on it, but I'm sure there's some places you don't know. But that's probably what happened with the ice.
Yeah, I think a lot of margaritas and
Ice
and I think
or
they just
lemon. You know, the lemon's also bad in the ice
It
too,
might
'cause
be
people
good.
don't wash their hands. They're cutting the lemon.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe it's like a weight loss program too, though. I go to Mexico City, you give me some water, and I just,
Can pick
you
up.
know, poop.
I'd
and
rather-
puke.
I'd rather go on a
lose
run.
20 pounds.
I love when Shane ran the race. He goes, "Yeah, it's been coming inside and outside, both sides." When I won the race, it was kind of funny. And then Joey Logano said, "God, I wish you got a little sicker." I mean, not really. He didn't mean it, but it was kind of funny. But I mean, they did a great job of, going to cities, and you're going there, and what they need to do is have you write a book about the ice, or you, Brad.
yeah, there probably should be some better educating.
Little
you know?
vetting out. Yeah.
You
Now,
know.
the next question I have, because I saw Mark Mills bought 6 of my hats yesterday on Runny Hats.
Look at Mills go.
And then I saw Matt Forbush buy 3 hats on Runny Hats. It's been a big expense for me, but I noticed that.
By the way,
we have
ladies
the
and gentlemen, you get a
cheapskate.
shout out if you buy more than one hat. You get a shout out on tabletop.
That's right.
Sounds like.
But we have a cheapskate hat, and we have a Ronnie hat. Now we have a
I like the
chump chain.
Chump Chains is next.
So RonnieHats.com, either one of you can go on there and buy a hat, okay, to support the.
I'm doing it. To get a shout out.
I mean, it was fun to see. Like Brett and I, we've been starting. Chrissy's our marketing director back there, and
Did you see the update on the website? No.
No.
How about,
Hey,
She's like, what?
I'm not. I'll have to say
do I
this
get a
about
free
Mike.
martini?
I don't want to say about Mike, but Mike, I'm golfing at the Peninsula with Mike, and it was I first met him. Like we just became friends. Mike is like Jeff, great guy, everything you want in a person. But we're on 16. He goes, I really want to join the club. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. So I called a girl up. She comes out, brought the credit card machine out, and he was a member right after that. That's when you
There
can
you go.
join the club.
Boom.
Now you can't get into the club.
Did you get a referral fee on that one?
I didn't get. You know
You
what?
did, you got my
No,
friendship.
I wish. Yeah, well, I used.
Even better.
I wish all
Even
my
better.
business. I wish all my business decisions turned out like that one. 'Cause
Did
it
you
only
buy?
increased in value
I think he
since
bought
then.
me a shirt. That was the club really didn't do anything for you. I have about 9 members of that club that Michael and Denny and you and
You should get at least a free month per guy.
for real. They
Something.
They thank me. You've been to the club. My friends like Brent and they cheapskates. They come with me to the club.
Right.
They don't have to pay. You go to eat. You don't have to pay. So
I'm
you
like,
bring
hey,
your-
Rod, do you want to meet up today? Let's meet up at the club.
Let's go to the club or yacht club. You have friends like that, Mike?
No.
We were talking about. Hey, funny thing is,
He's much smarter than you.
my friend Chris Scott. You don't know Chris. He's got money, but he's cheap. So I texted him today. I'm hammered because I just spent $900 on stupid hats. So I'm like, Chris, you got to buy a hat. He goes, man, I hate having these rich friends. He goes, how much is the hat? I said, 27 plus shipping. Can I pick it up? I said, no, I'm going to ship it to your house. Get on that thing and buy one. We need to sell hats. And cheapskate,
When they don't want to spend $6 on shipping.
you heard about the one hat I had, but it was too. That would have to be on creepyhats.com, but doggy style, right? But I thought that when people take the dog to get styled, that it would be a good hat. So, but they read it the wrong way, like doggy style. I mean,
That's
sugar
kind of like what do you call that? A double entendre or something?
That is,
Whatever.
yeah.
It's
sugar daddy. Put a little sugar packet on there with daddy. I mean, I'm just thinking. But because I have a great restaurant, I've been talked out of it by my PR director. What do you guys? What would you put on a hat? What
Poofed up poodle on the side of the
What would you like to have? What would you like to see on the hat? Is there anything
I'm
we
not a
can?
marketer. I'm not that creative.
I mean,
so
you
don't
can
know. I would
name
have to
something.
Think about it.
We can
Huh?
name. I mean, we'll get you. I mean, you can.
I mean,
we have a
you've
certain
bought me several hats, or I've gotten several hats
Well,
from you, like
it-
cash cow,
cash cow. Yeah.
goat. I
Goat
like
is a
that
great
one.
one.
I like that one.
Are we allowed
also-
to do goat? Even though I don't think it's licensed.
I mean,
I think we're gonna do
try
goat.
to see what happens.
Yeah, we'll just put a
I,
goat.
mean, I look at that and I think that I'm now my greatest of all time. It doesn't mean that I'm think of myself as a superhuman.
The
like
greatest of all
Michael
time?
Jordan. I'm not at the point in my life now. I'm the greatest I've ever been as a person. So when I wear that hat, that's what I think.
I think the biggest
That's
thing.
my-
I like that.
Yeah.
See how Cheapskate started was Lauren and Renee. I said something. I said, we always spend $200 damn at 131 Main. We always spend $200 out. And she goes,
Never when I'm with you.
you're a cheapskate, right? And I'm like, that's how that started. And then I sent them to buy something at Target, and it was like $28. And I said, that's just chump change. So that's how those two ones went out, right? So the next one is probably half-ass, because I think
Half-ass would work.
I think a lot of people do stuff half-ass.
You should bling, like really bling one out and call it the hat-tastic.
The what?
The hat-tastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
Hat dazzle.
Yeah. Well, anybody is welcome to be my marketing
I need
director.
the
I mean,
cheapskate.
you'd have to get with Chrissy. It's good. But if you think of a hat name, just text me. What's some of the other ones we had last week? I had a
Oh, wow.
slogan. I always say.
Pivot was one.
Pivot. What
Yep.
was the one I said, though? Was it more of a longer sentence?
I've been with folks before they T-Rex when the bill.
Sometimes I say stupid shit.
Sometimes I say stupid shit.
T-Rex tipper or T-Rex. You can do something like that. With the
I thought that was
Little
like
arms, right?
Hey, Bob, come on for a second. Come on, then you can eat.
Where'd you like me?
Your table's right back there. But pull up a chair. It's Friends Day here on the podcast. I don't know if you'll be seen. Will be seen? Oh, no, I guess I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Just a shadow? Can you just cut me in as a shadow?
Now we can fit you in.
So, Bob,
Yeah, come on.
we're going to take just to update you on something.
Yeah, right.
And you've been invited. We're going to take a Greyhound bus,
Oh,
and we're going to take it to Mexico City,
wow.
and we're going to put Tinder or Bumble on, and we're going to stop, and you guys are going to pick the girl in each city I should go out with.
You said date.
Well, it's just going to be a one day. They'll probably want, if they see me, they probably won't want another date.
Anything goes in Mexico City, right?
Well, we're going to Mexico City. It could take us 4 days. We're taking a Greyhound bus. So
We're
we might
hitting
stop
major
at cities.
cities along the way.
What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
It's not the express either. It's
What are you thinking
local.
along the way?
Yes.
I'm thinking that we stop and obviously we'll stop and I don't know where it
Like
goes.
New Orleans. I mean,
In high school, in
Memphis,
college,
you guys stop in Memphis.
Atlanta,
Right.
Memphis, New Orleans.
to preface the story, my mother made me take a Greyhound bus from Indiana University at home.
Oh, I missed this.
And then when my mother told me that, I had to stop in all these cities. She was trying to teach me a lesson. And that's when I played Endless Love to this girl. I don't know if you ever heard that song, Endless Love. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I would play that because I was so in love with her. And I always dated twins. You know, I always had like twins. But I
See,
drove.
that's the way you do it, right?
I drove all
why
the
you
way
run
back
ads.
in this bus. And then I realized how stupid I was when I got there and back. And when I went back, that's when I became a freshman at Indiana University. Because I was like, I ain't doing that again. My parents treated me right. So we're going to take a bus to Mexico City. But I want to have really good friends there. And we're going to stop in cities. We'll stay somewhere. And then we'll make it like a reality show, a table talk, maybe a reality show out of it.
We're gonna bring
Are we going to take turns
cases of
driving?
wine. Cases of wine.
Huh?
We're going to take turns driving so we get the
No,
real
we're going to have a
experience?
Greyhound bus wherever they take us. We don't know. You'd have to look it up. Like Greyhound might stop to Mexico. It might stop in every little city. Trust me, when I went, it stopped in every little
You might
city
have
there
to
was.
stop.
can we take a nicer RV and not the Greyhound?
I think you got to do the Greyhound.
You lose a little bit of the charm.
Can we just fly?
I don't know about charm, but
Charm.
We start our plane.
How about this? We try to do it with no money. Like, we get to bring $100.
Got to work our way through there. Whatever.
Huh?
A barter system?
Like, that's what Alex did in
Red Bull?
yeah.
You could turn some tricks on the way out there.
Yeah.
We could feed ourselves.
Yeah, with my crutches. I could do like
Like a magic
trick
show or
trades.
something?
We could maybe like Animal Kingdom too. Maybe we could rob banks. I watched a really good one about that last night.
this adventure is getting.
I might set this one
You're
out.
hooked on the Animal Kingdom.
Have you seen the guys that really? It's a bank robber. This kid. It's really good on Netflix.
Are we
I
gonna
just
have to
watched
sign a
it.
disclaimer, a waiver before we go?
Your wife will never see you again. I should never went on that. I think this is something we'll never do it, but I think it would be a great idea. I think even if we just took a bus
It's
or
not gonna come
Never
together?
say never.
Wow. I would have thought. this
You've
would
almost
be-
had me excited.
I think you're onto something on
He
several levels here.
started talking about doing it.
I think a reality show would be awesome. I think that,
Totally.
the reality show, this thing would be. I mean, I got to push it to Trent in L.A. and see if he can. I mean, I've been, I was on a movie. We all know I was in Vendetta. Most of you guys weren't in a movie like I was, but
Right.
I was
that
with Bruce
Bruce's
Willis. Yeah, so you guys.
That was
if you
after
want to
your
watch it,
career
it's
as a
on
child
Amazon, $9.95. You'll see me in the strip club scene. You have to look real hard. It's real dark, but the girl. I mean, it was.
I clipped it out so I can show you guys.
Well, I gotta is.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
this is something DirecTV would want to sponsor.
So,
Oh, yeah.
so Bob,
Well,
what
up
do you,
the ratings.
you got these two guys travel. So you always get a house, and where do you get that house at usually?
The house?
Or for your vacation? I'm sorry,
Ocean Isle Beach.
Ocean Isle.
Yeah. You want to take a bus down?
I don't know. You never, you know,
Or
Mike.
should we take a boat?
Just so you know, Mike Tuttle and Jeff Mack invite me on every family trip, whatever they go. Right? I noticed you never invited me on your family trip. Like, what's up?
I mean, I think you have to come to my house once before you get to go on a family
His
trip.
driveway is steep.
So you want to maybe
You gotta have the
back
family
the
first.
story.
Hey, listen, I've been through the house. I know new travertine. He's buying stuff. Good thing about, I don't know, does your wife do this? Buy, like, she wants a new travertine for the deck. She wants new patio furniture. She wants the bathroom
My
done.
wife doesn't buy anything.
She doesn't? Well,
She's also watching.
Yeah, Anya's great, man.
Let's call her
You
right
got
now.
really lucky.
I did get lucky.
Huh? So, you know, Anya's from Russia. And Jeff, I dated twins. I dated Lori and Lisa Gilbert.
You know who else?
I can't
Danny
name all
DeVito
of
and Arnold
those.
Schwarzenegger.
Huh?
The two best twins ever.
Who?
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, yeah, they're twins too.
You didn't date those though.
But he likes
That's on the
dating.
way to Mexico. That's the Tinder dates. That's the Tinder twins.
You married a Russian girl, but I met you and you always had, that was your deal. Like,
I had a little kind of.
now how many languages can you
vibe going
speak?
for a while.
How many languages can you speak?
Well, speaking is subjective. I could say strategic phrases in probably
Like, give us an example.
6 different.
Give us an example.
Do I have to translate? Can I just do the phrase? Like,
Just say it like it is. You don't translate it. Just tell us. We'll have to.
No, I could say a nice smile. I could say.
Yeah,
nice
say whatever you
legs.
want. Just say something in Russian.
Yellow blue tibia. That's an easy one.
Okay. Yeah, he just said fuck Putin.
Beep, beep,
Right?
beep.
Beep. I don't know which button that is.
Michael over there, whatever that's at.
It's not that one. It's not crickets.
So now, if I would take golfing, are you better than Bob in golfing, Mike? Or are you?
Depends on the hole. Depends on the day.
Now, what's your handicap? What's your handicap?
Now it's like a 9.5.
I'm a 12, so he's a better golfer.
Wow.
He's a very good putter.
Yeah, you hit the ball real long. He played a member
Now,
guest.
see, Bob knows that there's getting ready to be a bet set up. So that's what that was all about. Just
Playing
Bob's-
soft.
Bob's probably like a 7.
I'll take
He's-
3.
Yeah.
I play with him when he plays like a 6 or so.
Have you guys ever had a hole in one?
Have never.
No hole in one.
Witnessed my
Not
son
even
having
close.
one last year, but I've never.
Again, that's why I have a table talk. I've had 2, but just not
Right.
bragging or
You
anything.
put the setup. You should have let me set you up.
Well,
Has
go
anybody
ahead.
else had a hole in one?
Have you seen me get a hole in one?
I have not.
But how close did you get me to a hole in one?
Well, you were very close to a new Bronco. Before
Yeah.
Broncos were available.
About 1 inch. I have one. It's up in the club, 16. I had a 5-iron or 5 hybrid. And there, I got a hole in one there. And then Dan Parks passed away, but Dan gave out a Bronco. Bob was with me at the member guest. Says, no shit. I said, Bob, line me up. Make sure I'm good, man. This is my hole. And I hit it an inch. I almost won the Bronco for Dan.
And Dan was there too.
Yeah. And then I had one in Colorado, but I was 18, 19. I hit a 7-iron up a hill. We were looking for the ball with Herb Bratcher, and I found it, and it was in the hole. So I've had 2.
Did you keep the scorecards?
You know what? I think I have the scorecard for Peninsula,
Yeah.
but I was so young and dumb when I was in Denver. But that was if you go to Denver, it's great, but that was my uncle was a lawyer, and I was going to be a lawyer in Denver, go to Denver University, blah, blah, blah. But when I got in trouble with the parents, I flew to Denver. That's where they.
Is this your parents? Or something?
No, my parents.
You weren't in too much trouble because you didn't have to take a bus.
You're right out of Pittsburgh?
Well, I wasn't the best. I wouldn't want. I wouldn't want to be. You wouldn't want to be my dad at times. I was a little spoiled brat sometimes. So I've grown out of that stage, as you can tell.
You could clearly see.
Ron, what about the Weir family days? Willie Stargell, Dave Parker.
Yeah, I went to all those
Got
games.
those, right?
I was the first kid at a baseball game once, 13, and they put me on the front page of the paper. That was another trouble. You're not supposed to skip school, but I was there. But yeah, well, I got really lucky because we won the World Series in 1979 with Willie Stargell,
Yeah.
and he hit a home run, and then we won 4 Super Bowls when I was a kid. That was kind of nice. Like we go to the Panthers, and like, you think the Hornets will ever make the playoffs again? Do you think?
Doesn't feel like it.
They they just drafted a golf team. They got Plumlee. I mean, they got all these like country club kids now playing for them. I don't know what the deal is, but I wouldn't want to play them in a golf game right now.
It is very pigment challenged team.
Yeah, and you know the Panthers, I think, because of the coach. I still say my experience with the coach, Canales. I walked into Red Rocks. We own that one. If you haven't been, Red Rocks in South Park, my partner John Love runs it, does a better job than I do, and talks to everybody. I walked in, Canales walked in, and the guy talked to me for 15, 20 minutes. But what a nice guy. And
I've heard he's a super nice guy.
But I think the Panthers could have surprised people this year. Hopefully win 7 games, 8 games.
That offensive line is good.
I tell you,
things together.
the best Panthers like feel good story was Bryce last year after those brutal shellackings.
Yeah, he came back.
He came back and held his head, and he handled himself throughout the whole thing with such class. But the confidence of that kid to come back and play like he did was just amazing.
Hey, Renee, tell Ray they want to eat lunch too as well. They're here for lunch. But
Depends if I have an appetite after this.
do you want to have a drink? Do you want to have one of those?
Yeah, you should have one of the drinks because Mike.
Give
and I
that
were
that drink. Let him taste that
Here,
one.
try the Wendy's.
They look like they're promoted for like 16-year-olds, but
Right.
it's actually not bad.
I'll drink this one. What is it? What do we drink?
That's a Pop Rocks Martini.
Give him some Imodium after. Be all right.
Is that a Jello shot?
No, it's a good 4th of July drink.
in there, too.
What's it called, Ray? What's our Pop Rock drink called? That's Pop Rocks on the Edge.
What's the other one?
Ray, what's the other drink she just made?
That one's more of like a Jolly Rancher. It has like watermelon pucker. It's topped with a sour ribbon strip on top, but it almost has like a melted Jolly Rancher.
Now, speaking of friends, hey, Bob, I was just saying my friend bought 3 Ronnie hats online, or 6, a couple of them, nice guys. But if you have any time, cheapskate, chump change, or, Ronnie hat, we're begging. We need help. Our company is
If you're a cheapskate, you don't
Oh,
want
mine
to
are nice.
pass you away from people.
draining cash. What what are you guys up to today? You come to lunch? What do you and Bob? I saw you
I haven't seen
two.
Mike in a while, so we just wanted to get
I
together,
just want to connect and see you.
get the boys back together.
Isn't that nice? This is like a clubhouse. actually, for
Sneak
your
on the
friends.
podcast.
Ronnie's Clubhouse.
Yeah, this is a clubhouse. Yeah, you got to ask me a question. I mean, I've asked you a bunch of questions. You want to ask me? Don't ask me about my dating.
What's your favorite thing about this podcast so far, Ron? What do you most enjoy about it?
I think Michael stepping up when I got injured and saying I want to be on the podcast. And I didn't think he'd last 30. How many weeks, Brent?
This is 36, episode 36. So,
already?
We've had
Yeah.
36 episodes. So Michael probably being a genuine friend and helping me out when I needed it. And then Brent, how long you been here now?
probably almost 20 episodes. Yeah.
And
ish.
Brent, if you don't know, on Spot TV, so this is a little step for him helping me out during the thing. But I think just to talk to friends and people and have them on. And it's funny because we're getting more people that want to be on. Like the mayor was on last week. I learned a lot about the city and how the city works. And
Yeah.
when Scott Burrell comes on and talks about basketball, or my friends come on, I think it's fun to do. You know what I mean? So I think, and we have a lot more people listening. I mean, the ultimate idea was to help Red Rocks, be busier,
And to get dates.
Yeah, I haven't done that in the house.
And sell hats.
Huh?
Are both numbers skyrocketing?
Numbers are going up. We have 40 subscribers now, I think, starting from 0. And I know Renee gets it on her phone as soon as you get it, you subscribe. But, I mean, I'm not begging.
I'm a
I did it.
subscriber.
I'll be honest with you, Mike, you asked a good question. I did something selfish. I did it for me. I really don't care if one person listens in a way. I do and don't. But I know that Brent and Mike will help me out by doing it, and you guys coming on. So it's more of that. It's more of me. I can't golf right now. I can't play tennis. Can't play pickleball. So it's my time, to shine. So I would like to figure out how to have a card game or what's going on, so we can gamble a little bit.
You can do that on the bus.
That's a,
Yeah, we'll do that on the bus.
do that on the bus.
Do that on the bus.
I mean, have you ever been on a podcast before?
Have I?
Yeah.
Not that I recollect.
Now, have you ever walked into a room and they make you be
Only once. Only once. It's, it's been recent.
Well, I told me 10 times.
Mike, I thought I was coming for lunch.
Well, there's your table back there. You're back there.
We were going to be on regardless, I think.
And then
Even if we
Jeff,
sat back there, we were going to be on.
Jeff, Tom Zach again, jeffnoshow.com. But we have Jeff Mack now, but hopefully his GM's doing okay, you know what I mean? So
Well, you're definitely the right personality for a podcast.
That's 100%
right? I
correct.
mean,
1,000 stories, that's for sure.
1,000 stories. You got a lot of friends, a lot of people that care about you, a lot of people that love you, a lot of people that just want to interact, and I think it's been great. I mean, I've enjoyed it. The episodes that I've been able to watch, it's been fantastic.
hey, while you're here, I did this once to him. I said, hey, you wouldn't
You
want to
didn't
go
pay
to
me
more.
for that endorsement.
You wouldn't want to go. Thank you. I know. I got to pivot. I like when people talk about me, but I'd rather talk about
Trying to
you
get
guys.
that lunch bill paid for is what it was.
Hey, they're going to eat. So see what they want, Ray, because they can always eat after. Hey, I want to.
Does this mean free
So, the best
Well, let's
Mike,
not go bad in the fridge.
the best Mike Tuttle, the best Mike Tuttle story. I go, hey, Mike, I'm
no.
sure
Oh,
you
no.
don't want to go to Morgan Wall and Philadelphia.
No.
I'm sure you don't want to go, right? I'm sure you don't want to fly me. I'm sure you don't want to go. He goes, no, what do you mean? He goes, my friend John owns the Phillies, blah, blah, blah. I said, we got a suite. And by the way, the suite is really nice. I'm glad, appreciative, but you better have black, because it's far from the end of the
You don't go to watch a concert. You go
yeah,
to interact.
and
with
you
folks.
had the bourbons. But Mike said, yeah, I'll go. And we had a great time. But now thinking about that, pivoting is, I really want to rent. And last time he paid for the whole thing. Thank you, Michael. I might have chipped in. I was the grocery guy. So I got the donuts and I got whatever he wanted, I got. It was,
We got free champagne on the way back.
free, yeah, whatever.
Complimentary.
I got whatever the grocery was. And one thing was, I don't want to say what came, but that was pretty funny. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it, but it was pretty funny.
He's
I don't
like,
know what it is,
no.
but
I'm sure I know what it is.
It wasn't girls either. It wasn't girls either, by the way.
No, it wasn't. I was-
No. It was something midday. Instacart pulls up. That's all I'm going to say. It was like an Instacart. It was a guy that, right either way. But
I'm not even sure what this is. Still a no.
Let's move on
I don't
now.
think it was for you. It was some edibles or something. I'm not sure what they were, but they made me take them. And long story short, it wasn't him. It was his friend who probably got him. I'm sure it wasn't. But Mike,
That was
I had the
LA.
place downstairs. I had the room downstairs. Mike was real nice. We had a hot tub. We had our first argument about business in the hot tub. It was, and not creepy, by the way. We don't want to get that, but we were sitting in
He
the
was
hot tub.
outside. I was in there.
He was talking about how to do
It was
business
a
with
female.
right.
Anyway.
and then that was good. We got through that stage. And then what I didn't like, but he remember, he's paying for it. 6 a.m. I don't know if he's running the vacuum, pushing chairs around, but my room was below the kitchen. And this guy's up he gets up early. 6:30, 7. And now I had to tell him, you can't move shit around.
It's 9 on the way.
It was 9.
We're in LA, right? So it's 9 here.
Yeah, it was funny. But everybody else gets up early too. It was just funny. So now, Mike, I was thinking because of my situation, I really want to go, but I'm thinking about buying a horse in Del Mar because Will owns it. But I'm thinking about buying a horse for like $10,000, and I was wondering if you want to go back and we rent a house in August if you're around.
Sure.
Want to do
The
that?
bus there.
Would you go too, Bob? Yeah, but I'm going to buy if I can, I don't know how, I might have to get through the gaming commission, but I owned horses when I was in Pittsburgh with my family.
Did you rub the steroid now?
I did that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if we go that story, that's when my friend owned a farm and he had race horses and he hired 5 of us. And whoever early, you cut the grass. I was always the earliest, and Tim Wade reminded me of Jay White. Really good looking kid, and he just was always late, train wreck, but he hired all his friends. And then at 4 o'clock, we played penny AC-deucey and cards or nickel and dollar. It was funny. And then he owned horses, and back then they didn't have tracks. So Latigo Hanover or JJR, they would be at this farm, and we would go race them. And then a lot of times they wouldn't show up. And I'm trying to get pictures of me and Wayne in Victory Lane. But my parents didn't realize how much money I had in the flashlight because I knew kind of when the horses were going to win. And if we won back in the day, I bought you a milkshake at Denny's. So when they'd win, back then you would page people. And then I would page say, meet me at Denny's. And then we all meet at Denny's and I buy them. But that's my horse experience. So then I want to buy a horse. Will owns them in Delmore. Because if you go to channel 602, because I watched Will do it, I started doing it at Las Vegas. But you can watch racing and bet it all day. Channel 602. But my horse will race once a month, and I'm going to watch my horse, whatever that is. So that's what I'm going
Is
after.
there a jockey on the horse, or is he on the saddle?
Well, I think Mike's going to ride it first, and Jeff and you. It could be all three of y'all.
Better be a hefty horse.
We're doing it for Ray. And you're going to wear a cheap.
like a jockey.
Hey, we're going to put the cheapskate on you, hat.
I can do that.
Why is that guy so slow for a cheapskate? It's a cheapskate. We'll call it
Is that gonna be the
cheapskate.
name of your horse?
How long?
Or chunk change, either
How long
one.
does it take to get there by bus?
Yeah, or wow, we should do
Yeah,
that.
We can combine the two.
5 days probably.
But I really do. I want to rent a house.
That might be the bus trip. And that's
I
where
think
you won't get
that-
shanked.
Right.
Yeah.
Or stay in the water, bring some friends out, and hang out.
Ron, you
know.
talked about the plane with Mike. I
Huh?
thought you were going about the boat when he put you on the children's boat when you had the big people boat.
Yeah, did I tell you about this? I hurt my knee there.
Another story you forgot.
The wind just went out of the room.
So we had a party, and it's when Mike was single, and we were having a good time. And I noticed that when I had a problem back then, that's when I first my knee. Well, I couldn't jump boat to boat, right? But nobody wanted to offer me help either. By the way, there was nobody like I'm on this boat by my just a 70-footer. Mike's on the 100-footer. I'm on the 70, but I'm by myself.
Rich friends.
Now nobody helps me.
92.
Nobody helps me get to the other boat. Like you think one person would say, "Hey, can we help you out?" Like jump because you had to jump like this far, and I didn't really trust my leg at that time. And so I watched. Mike had a good time. I mean, he had a great time.
My
But
version of the story?
he spent a lot of money just for me to have my boat. So I didn't take advantage of it.
The
like I
party
should.
came to you eventually.
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's got to be a way you can make that work for you.
Yeah, we did. We had a good time. But
had a great time.
Mike is very
So generous.
generous.
Mike's a generous guy.
Yeah,
doubt.
no, great.
No doubt.
Yeah, he's great. But thanks to you got to get Bob back on this one. Like, I think Bob was jealous he
He's going
didn't
to bring
come.
you to the Catalina wine.
Now, does Bob pay when he goes to the golf course or not? Like, is he one of those guys that forgets where the credit card? They do trade credit card machine at the club. You can put your credit card in.
He's got his move his money from
Bob
his
is one of those great
checking to
guys
savings.
That it's not expected, but he always.
Do you get free DirecTV or not? Like, no. Bob works with DirecTV. He did help me with
I've had a couple of
AT&T.
adventures with Bob, and that turned out to be really, really fantastic. So
Yeah, Bob's great.
it's not a
Let's hear about
we don't
those
keep
stories.
score. We don't keep score.
Ron's turned a few of them down, but Mike can tell you about them. He'll go.
What's your best story? What do you
We
got?
were in L.A. recently. Went to the Grateful Dead, which I've never been a big fan, but I listened to some of their songs. I'm like, yeah, I know one of these. And so it was a fantastic event honoring them. What was it? What was the
Music Cares?
Music Cares in L.A. And then we also got to go to Fire Aid, which they had this huge 2-day event or two Coliseums event to raise money for the L.A. fires. And so everybody was performing, and it was just fantastic. And I wouldn't have been there without Bob, without his invitation. So got to spend time with him and his wife. It was beautiful.
Yeah, well, Mike took me down to Venice Beach, and we rode bikes and went to Taco Bell at lunch. So we similar stories.
It's very similar.
I like that secret. Just stay grounded. It's like the bus ride. You got to stay grounded.
I did teach Mike something. We were at Nobu, Malibu, right? And I said, look, we don't have a reservation. And obviously I said,
is a good move.
now you know who I am. Ron Herbert, right? I'll get us in. Don't worry. Mike's looking. So I walk up to the hostess. And I said, look, I got 6 people. And I said, Mike, and I wasn't with this girl, but I act like I was. I said, this is my girlfriend. I told her we had a reservation here. And gave her $20 or for whatever I can. I said,
that
can
Rita?
you just get me in, please? Because it's her birthday. And about 5 minutes later, no problem, Mr. Herbert. We got you a table. You got to leave in an hour and a half. And I said,
3
no
hours
problem.
later,
2 hours later, we
Four
left.
shots.
Yes.
That Malibu, if you haven't been to LA, that's the best spot, one of
That's
the best spots.
fantastic.
You know,
First
a
time
lot
I've
of that
ever
stuff
been to
burnt
that,
out.
so, yeah.
You know, Trent's Beach Club burnt down.
No. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. That was a fantastic day as well. The whole.
Yeah, his beach club, because I want to stay, that's where I want to stay. But his house burnt down a little bit. He just redid it. He wants me to stay there this month, but I don't think he should do that. Let me stay there. I don't know if I'd let me stay there. We could take the bus there. We could
Just as long as we can park the bus out front is all we need, right?
Yeah.
John Daly. We're just,
So LA was good. What about you, Jeff? You got any plans for the 4th? What are you doing?
You know, we were going to the mountains up to Eagle's Nest, but we decided actually we're staying here. So, you know, Wolfie going over to my friend's house for a little pool party.
Yeah, I'm having. I think a friend of mine's coming in, and then I don't. You know, back in the day, everybody used to call me, especially a lot of females. Maybe I haven't had one text for July 4th yet, but my pool's open, and Renee and I will be serving hot dogs and hamburgers, and I got some Wagyu fillets. So, you know, and then
Okay.
I did learn about suntan lotion, and I want to ask y'all. I want a group question.
Yeah.
You know, so I was going through the suntan lotion. I didn't know. I mean, but my suntan lotion was expired in 2017.
a few years back.
So, my question to my panel: do you think it still works?
No way.
I'm the wrong guy to ask because I'm going to be like Debbie Downer. Suntan lotion is shit anyway. So
Okay.
you're better off without it.
Okay, well that's good to
Do
hear.
you have an
'cause-
alternative? You sell or?
I could think of a few
Actually, if you go to my website,
Ever since the free drops ended.
But it's all like sunscreen you buy in Europe, okay? You know, that's not poison, but the stuff they kind of sell us here, you absorb it all in your skin, it's just terrible.
Well, that's good. That's cheapskate that I am. You don't
That-
use any of my damn stuff because I
I'm
bought
not
all.
ordering it from
Exactly.
Europe.
Yeah, I bought all new suntan lotion. I bought the whole thing. Like I'm like I'm Ron
Wipe
Hurd.
the date off and let
Yeah,
everybody
you know
else
what's
use it
funny?
First and
I-
see what happens.
you know,
And give it
Ted,
to your friends, it's fine.
Denny's daughter. Hey,
Not necessarily friends.
Denny's daughter wanted to make money, and I said, okay, I tell you, I can make money. I said, look, do you know? So I'd give her an expiration date on a bottle, like or a can of whatever, and she did it. And I said, you're hired. So I'm going to have her come through all my closets to make sure everybody's in date.
That's
So-
a good idea.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
actually a great service, to be honest. Like,
well, I think a lot of people have stuff that they've.
100%.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Brittany Martin did it a long time ago. We went through my closet with like Campbell's soup and stuff, and it was all like. But I don't know again if it affects you or not. You know, I don't know.
Pantry, you mean? You don't keep soup in your closet.
Well, well, I keep my.
You ever cleaned out his car before? You actually wouldn't have a hard time believing it.
It's with the clothes. Hey, listen, we're cheap. We don't have a pantry. We have closets. You go to my house, you get a hat, you get a bottle of can of that.
Move the t-shirts out of the way to get the macaroni.
You know, I tell you, I'm full of stories, but that damn Renee, her health, I go, man, I wish I had a Oreo cookie, right? So I'm like, that doesn't mean I want it, right? That doesn't mean I want it, but that means I would like to, but don't need to. Next thing you know, she
It's-
buys
it's
the
the car rolls
whole thing and gives me two like I'm a little, like a dog treat. Like, oh, I got you two Oreo cookies. I get over there and eat the two, right? Well, the next day, which I shouldn't have done again, you know, doctor's going, you might want to lose some weight. No, not me. I don't need to lose weight. So I cooked a pizza. Well, guess where she hid the Oreo cookies? Where the pizza pan was. So I didn't tell her that I knew.
But there they are, screaming at you.
Can you set the over under? Can we all go around the table and how many you took down?
Oh, yeah, you can, yeah.
Set it.
I don't know how many, I don't know how many's in the box. I mean, how many's in the whole.
Let's just start with
Did
one.
you get it at Costco or
I'd
where'd
to
you?
go 1, 2, or 3 rows deep.
Oh, I ate that in 2 days. I kept thinking I wasn't going to go back. And the thing about it is, because my little legs, I bend over, like, she did a good idea. Real low, so I had to go like this. I'm like, might as well take 3 instead of 2. Oh, they're so good. You like Oreos?
Are they double stuff?
How do you not like Oreos?
And
They're
then the
really good. They're poison, by the way.
And I have
They're
another
super
friend
good.
that comes
That's a
over.
downer on everything.
Everything's poison, by the way.
You're 7.9% body fat.
I told you.
Bob used to be 180. He's 190. Looks great. I mean, Mike, you look great. Over here, I'm like, oh, let's see what I can eat.
Oreos.
Not Oreo, not double.
Oh, you can buy me
There's all
Oreos.
kind of seasons in life.
And you know, just so you know, when I'm by myself at the pool and I'm laying there, I'll send a picture and I'll go, you know, we all are traveling. Hey, y'all doing? I'll be on my Greyhound bus. I mean, you know where I live. You know where I live, right? Jeff, you can stop by the house too. Now Bob does. Now Bob's another problem with weight because when I meet the lady later at 2:30, he brings bagels by, and sometimes they're hard. He gets them $1 a
I don't want
piece.
to tell Jeff because they're poison.
What?
There's one bagel place here that's like super.
No, the bagels were so good last time. That's all I ate for dinner. I ate all 4 of them. I ate the cinnamon, the blueberry, the cream cheese. It was phenomenal.
I think it's funny. Renee tells me to only bring fruit, but she's feeding you oranges.
Oh yeah. Oh, her and
To offset
That's
her
why.
Oreo. To offset her
her and LB do the same thing. They always want me to eat better, but they chocolate chip cookies. You never have anything in your pantry. I'll call a closet. And hey, you've been to my house. You get free drinks. I mean, you got good liquor. You got free drinks. So we got
I'm
everything.
ready for the paninis and the cappuccinos.
Well, now we did buy. If you didn't, Jeff, you haven't been to my house. But now we will make. we'll
Not in
make
the last week.
You're catching bullets.
You haven't bought a hat either.
yeah. So I expect it.
I'm buying 2 so I can get my shout out.
That's
you know?
right.
Hey,
Let's establish that right now.
but we will make you an espresso or cappuccino at my house now. We bought the one at
Oh,
Williams
you got
I recommend it.
the real deal.
And the other one that we have that Lauren wanted me to get a panini maker with a toaster. Right. So I bought that one at Williams Sonoma. We've talked about this.
Oh, you got twice.
The
you
toaster-
got 2, right?
I got 2. Bob got the other one.
I got one now.
Well, I thought the thing would have the panini toaster, but Bob bought me the paninis. Have you tried it yet?
Yeah, Renee made it.
Have you ever done it at your house, a new toaster?
I don't have the panini.
What about everything else? Do you think it's
Everything else.
is
I
it
like
better?
It is better. I mean, it's got a nice display. It tells you.
Where'd you
what's
get the
going on.
panini thing? Did that come with the toaster?
Well, this is it. You buy the toaster, it doesn't come with the panini thing.
It's an
So
upsell.
it's an upsell.
Well, let's just say this: the person that wanted me to buy it hasn't had one. Okay, then the person that wanted me to buy the other thing said it's too hard to make. Okay, so I love the best thing I ever bought was that espresso machine. Todd comes over, he trains me if you don't know him in motion fitness. Shout out to Todd, thank you. Every day comes over, works me out. But now he's on the espresso. I mean, he gets himself an espresso, and then we work out.
He's on the express.
Yeah, he's on the espresso, and I'm sitting there going, "That's Jimmy Butler. You know who Jimmy Butler is, right?
Yeah.
He charges at his house for cappuccinos and espressos.
In the bubble, he was charging the guys for coffees.
Yeah, so maybe that's what I should do.
millionaire.
I'll get Taylor over there, and she can make cappuccinos, espressos for the boys before we go on the Greyhound bus.
That sounds good.
He's gonna have a receipt printer at the house, so before you leave, you'll get your bill
You don't want to
on the
touch
way
those
out.
things. They're hormone disruptors.
Oh, here we go again. No wonder you're 7.9% body fat.
I just drink water.
God, your arms are bigger. Holy shit.
Ron, I
Jeff,
got
you
the
look
Red
good.
Rocks to enjoy and to get away from my house to hear about everything that's killing me. To Jeff Mack.
Hey, do you need my computer to buy a hat right now, or can you do it on your phone? Can they do it on their phone, Chrissy, or how does it work?
Can you take cash?
Here,
Do you have any in
throw
a
that to me.
box?
Oh, what's that?
What do we got there? Is that a new
Oh.
edition?
Oh, that's the pink one.
That's a special pink.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, here.
the female by the
Give it to your-
pool version for
Foot
4th of
Give it to
July.
your wife.
Is that Pepto-Bismol pink?
Yes,
Toe pink.
yes.
I like that. That looked good on my wife's head.
So, what do you guys? Beside that, we're almost getting ready to sign off. But anything you want to say
Wow,
before
yeah,
you leave? I
sorry.
thank you, Michael, for the real compliments.
I'm hungry right now. I didn't plan.
What are you thinking about eating?
What do you think? What's the recommendation?
Well, Red Rock's open for July 4th. We do real well. If you have kids, they have a parade here. It's packed. We do a bar outside.
Is the parade on the 4th or the 3rd?
4th.
4th.
I mean, it's packed.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's packed on a normal Saturday.
so packed.
So-
I can't really get in. Like last year, I couldn't get in.
Can I
Yep.
ask you a question that's been vexing me this whole week?
Yeah.
Before we sign off. July 4th, Independence Day. It's the 4th. Is anybody shooting fireworks off on the 4th? They're all shooting
Peninsula.
on the 3rd. Why is
Peninsula.
that? Oh, the peninsula's on the 4th.
Yeah, and you can watch it in my backyard if
Good
you know
for
where I
them.
live.
I'm coming because nobody else is doing it. Just
Yeah. You know, it's funny when I was with somebody back when they first started in 2005. I didn't know they did it, and I
You
was
wonder what the fuck was going on
I was with my this girl who I dated
because
back
they're
then.
like 100 feet from your back door, basically.
No,
where
and
they're
the
shooting
trees
some
are bigger now, but you could really see them. All of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, they're shooting fireworks off, and they shot fireworks off.
Did it scare
And-
the twins?
Huh?
Did it scare the twins?
Yeah. Well, the only twins she had was right here. I mean, she has a big twins, trust me.
Go transfer.
But yeah, my house they have a you're welcome to come.
We're coming.
They used to sit on the grass out there.
I'm coming. I'm buying 2 hats and I'm coming.
Well, now if you're going to come to my house, you may have to buy 3.
All right, I'll buy 3.
You get free waters, free booze, and Wolfie's going to have to buy 2. I mean, I'll be by myself. You know, I got a couple. I have a friend actually coming in time. His name is Chris Javier. Chris, I don't know if you're listening, but Chris I met in Miami with Steve Irvin, and he's a pilot for Floyd Mayweather. So he kept asking, "Can I stay? Can I stay?" I'm like, I don't know who's staying. And we have another special guest, which I don't want to mention his name, is staying too as well. And so,
Not money.
huh?
Not money.
No, it's I don't want to
I'll
say.
let everybody know. It's David Hasselhoff.
Well,
Everybody loves Nightfire.
you know I'm friends with Miles. You just don't know who's going to come to my house. So now upstairs, I'm going to put a bed
Rich
upstairs.
friends.
I'm going to put a bed upstairs. So
Where we do our draft?
in the other room.
Oh yeah.
Last time I had it, well, I don't want to talk about that girl. She was so nice. I did have a bed there for like a week. I think it's a good place to stay, to be honest, real dark. I can't.
In the gutter.
I don't want to mention names, but
Go ahead.
I had so much fun. I'm going to do it again. But we're going to put a bedroom up there.
Just give me one name. Who was it?
No, you don't know her. You have no idea.
Somebody.
I don't know her either. She's going to be on the bus trip. So, last chance to say anything on Red Rocks podcast. Jeff's been on twice. You've been on first time ever.
It's my first time.
You should have put sunglasses on, but that's okay. Yeah, please. Yeah. So, any last thoughts you want to say?
You know, the 4th of July sounds great at Red Rocks. I hope everybody brings their family here for a nice 4th of July. And then everybody's going to your house afterwards.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
How many people can you host along with all these celebrities?
It all depends.
dress again?
Are they
With clothes or without clothes?
females? Or they? No, we have to.
Is there family
What's-
time?
what's
and
the
then
ratio?
Hollywood time? Ron, what's the mix?
We don't really like a
Like
lot
a
of.
Jeff
I mean, the
Mack
more
and
families, the worse it gets.
Jeff
We're-
Mack and I come over with the families.
we
We're
let the
sitting on-
families go through the side out the gate. We don't like them in the house. Numbers go down when you have families in the
He's got a
house.
little trap door for
We'll
the
probably
kids.
have we'll have some. I think with the people I have staying there, I think it's going to be, they're definitely magnets. So I think there'll be some people at my house because of them. Let's just say it that way. And because Jeff's coming now with his kids, we
See?
might.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we might have a kids table talk out there.
See, get Taylor, Georgia. We
European suntan lotion.
And Mike, what are you doing on the 4th?
Yeah, I'm bringing some European stuff.
Right.
I'm traveling, but this sounds like I may change my plans just to come with reserve.
And not by bus.
No.
Where are you going?
Waters,
Where do you
I
think you're
it may.
going?
What's that?
Where are you going?
Palau. I mentioned it earlier. Yeah.
Nice.
Ryan will be finishing up his trip in 10, 15
No, who
days.
cares about Ryan? Stay here with me, bud.
Yeah, well, I've got some
Let him
spare
swim
time. I may-
home.
We'll see.
Let him swim home.
We'll see. It's a 2-day trip, so I can always start at the 5th. Or after your party, it might be the 7th.
Right.
Well, I really don't drink anymore. I mean, you can go to my closet and get some food.
Right. And a change of clothes.
Maybe in the dresser. Maybe in the dresser too.
Yourself a hot dog and a
Can of soup.
cappuccino and
Right.
change of clothes.
Campbell soup and Heinz ketchup. You know
They
Heinz
give you
ketchup.
dessert below the oven, actually. Cookies.
The
Yeah,
Oreos.
so we still with
You know, one thing about nowadays, just so you know, at my house, free Instacart and free DoorDash. So when you say there's no food at my house, there's always food at Ron's house. Instacart.
How about at the restaurant? I'm starving.
Well, Ray,
He thought he was going to eat an hour
Ray,
ago.
can you escort them
for
to the
28
table in the
hours,
back?
Ron.
Well, all three of y'all, could you shoot out now and touch Brent for a second?
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on. And
We're not
I'll meet you in
allowed
VIP.
I've been asked to leave in worse ways than that. You're so kind.
Ron, I'm so happy to pull the ripcord right now. Parachute.
Next time, wear some sunglasses.
I brought them, I just didn't wear them.
Hey, Brent, you want to taste
Do I
that real
get to
quick?
keep this?
Oh, sure.
Do I get to keep this? Yeah, I'm coming out. I'm coming right now. Let's see. Hey, did you get a tabletop mug, Jeff? Mug. Did you get a tabletop mug? Mug.
I
Coffee
did
mug.
not get the mug.
Okay, well, okay. So what do you think?
And we got to take a picture before everyone leaves.
Hey, hey, come on in here. Go get him. Yeah, come on back behind me. Okay, we're going to sign off. Michael, we miss you.
Yes,
Bring
enjoy
some
the beach,
lobsters.
though.
Yeah, and it's time for you to hit the button.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Had a good time.
Ron, it's another fantastic evening at Red Rocks. I love coming to your restaurant. The friendly service, the atmosphere, this place has it all.
Well, we have something for everyone, Mike. We can have a steak, we have pasta, we have seafood, we have a kids menu. We have everything you need.
Well, thanks, Ron. Really appreciate you.
Red Rocks Cafe, newly renovated. Your complete dining experience.
Hey, Austin.
Hey guys, mind if I sit with you?
Absolutely.
What should I do with this?
Put it over there by my two.